Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Breakfast at Annie's. So today we're going to do more of a savory breakfast. We're going to do a little breakfast casserole. And what we're going to use, we're going to need some eggs. I've got one zucchini here. I've got some canned mushrooms. You can use fresh, but this is what I had. Got some sausage and some cheese and a little bit of milk. So what I'm going to do first is start browning up my sausage here. Let me move this out of the way real quick. Turn this burner on. And I've never tried this particular brand of sausage. I got this at Publix over the weekend, and I believe the brand was, it was Wilson's. And I thought, well, we'll try that kind today. So let me get my little masher here. And I'm using about a half a pound of sausage. I took the other half and made patties, so we're going to have that for another breakfast in the future. So what I'm going to do is just get this sausage browned up into little crumbles, and then when that's done, we'll come back and we will start putting our sausage casserole together. I will say though, I've washed up 6 eggs, and if I need to maybe add more, I will, but I'm starting with 6. So about a half a pound of sausage and 6 eggs, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so while the sausage is cooking up, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of dice up my zucchini here. And here again, I may not need all of the zucchini, but we'll go ahead and kind of chop it up a little bit. Now, I don't want really large pieces, so I'm going to cut it kind of thin and kind of small. So this casserole, I learned about this casserole years ago. When I was working, I had a friend named Pam. She is a great cook. She still is. And she was like the chef of our office, and she would always bring in all these yummy foods and meals. And she brought this casserole in one day, and it's not really specific recipe, but you can put whatever you want in here, but this is how I remember her bringing it in. And so I make it from time to time, and I always think about her when I make it. So Pam, thank you for this delicious breakfast casserole idea. Okay, I think I'm just going to do 1/2 of this zucchini for this casserole. Here we go. So they're all in little bitty pieces, like that, so that they'll cook a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the zucchini a little bit with the sausage just to get it going. This is going to go in the oven. Now you could put ham in here, you could put bacon in here, you could put peppers, onions, whatever you like. But this is the way I usually do it. And I told Matt I was making this today, and he said, "Oh, well, we can just have a slice of that for supper." So that makes the day a little easy for me, because now I don't have to cook supper tonight. It will already be prepared. Okay, so there is our sausage. And like I said, I'm just going to throw this zucchini in just to get it going a little bit. Let's see how much of the ingredients we have there. Let me grab a spoon. Or a spatula spoon. Okay, we're just going to kind of toss that around. And there was little to no grease in this sausage, so I don't have anything to drain off. Okay. I don't know, y'all. What do you think? I'm thinking I might go ahead and add that other zucchini. I really don't have a use for it, and you know, a little extra zucchini is not going to hurt. So I'm going to slice this up, add it in, and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so I did add the other half of the zucchini, and I think it's going to be just perfect. So far I've done about a ½ pound of sausage of your choice. If you want the mild, the spicy, the hot, I got the mild this time because this is a new brand for me, and I'm not sure how spicy it would be. But I have had it with spicy, and I do like that too. So it's ½ pound of sausage, 1 zucchini, and I've got 6 eggs here. We'll see if that needs to change. So what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of salt and pepper to my eggs. Not much. And okay, we're going to whisk this up, and we're going to add some milk to it. Get this started. Poke those yolks. Y'all, speaking of eggs and chickens, usually Beauregard will start crowing. He was doing it around 5 a.m. And this morning, I woke up fairly early. I woke up around 5, and I was just ready to start the day, I guess. So I went ahead and got up. But I'm like, I'm not going to let Lucy and Thunder out there down in their little room on their beds. I won't disturb them and let them out, because once I open that back door, then he starts. And I'm just going to let him be quiet as long as I could. So Matt came in. I'm going to pour about maybe 3/4 a cup of milk, ½ to 3/4. See how much I need here. So Matt came in about 5:30, a little past 5:30, and I told him, I said I wasn't going to feed the cats and let the dogs out yet until I was just waiting a little bit, so you know he would stay a little bit quiet. He was so quiet. So a little after that, I got up and I thought, well, I have to let the dogs out because I have to go out and feed Callie and Clemson in the front. And Thunder, if he sees the front door open, he bolts, and I can't. We just have a routine. So I fed them, but I opened the door to let Thunder and Lucy out, and the door has a creak to it. It makes a little squeak, and usually Beauregard will hear that and he starts. Well, he didn't today, and I'm like, okay, what's wrong with him? And no sooner had I thought that very thought, I'm going to say about a cup of milk total is what I've added here. He started. So, yeah, he was a good boy today. He didn't start cock-a-doodle-doo until around 6. All right, so I've got 6 eggs, about a cup of milk, and I'm going to go ahead and put in, well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just put in some mushrooms here. And like I said, you can use fresh, I think Pam, when she used to make this, sometimes she would even put asparagus in it, which was really good. And I'm just going to kind of mix that up a little bit. And then I'm going to, my oven is preheated to 350, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour our sausage and zucchini. Now the zucchini is not fully cooked. I just got it started. Because all this is going to go in the oven. It smells so good. set my pan there so I don't set something on that hot burner. All right, and then we're just gonna kind of mix this together. And then I'm going to grab some cheese, and I'm just using a mild cheddar. I'm just going to mix a little cheese in with it. This is a really hearty casserole. Set this off to the side, and I'm going to grab my little casserole that I could put it in that pan, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in that little casserole dish. Clean my mess up there. So let me grab my dish. Set that there. And I think that I am going to put just a little butter in that dish. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing it. And you know what? Okay. I had washed a pan last night and put it in there to dry, and it's fine. Okay, so there is our buttered dish. And I'm just going to pour this casserole in there. Doesn't that look good? So it's a ½ pound of sausage, 1 zucchini, about a cup of milk, 6 eggs, and mushrooms to taste. I did about a ½ can of those large ones, but to be honest, it wouldn't hurt to put all of them in there. And then some cheese. And I'm just going to pour this in. All of that out of there. Put that in the sink. And that is going to go in the oven, and it's going to bake until it sets up. I'm going to say probably 30 minutes. So yeah, that is our breakfast casserole for today. And I think I'm gonna have a little side with it. So let me get this hot pan out of the oven and get this casserole dish in. And I will be back in just a little bit and see how this is going. Okay, so this is gonna be my side today. So I have not had a grapefruit, and I cannot tell you when, but I thought it would be kind of neat to have a grapefruit for a change. And what I did was I just cut it in half, and I peeled all the outer part off, and I'm just kind of getting the flesh out. I don't want any of that tough stuff in my grapefruit. I'm just going to kind of cut it a little bit smaller. Put it in my little dish here. Now, when we were kids, we would just take a half of a grapefruit and eat it that way. But I learned to do this in a restaurant, and I just like to fix it this way. So I'm going to take off some more of this outer skin. I think in the fancy restaurants, they do it up, you know, they hold it and they kind of cut the little sections. I think that's called supreming the fruit. But we're doing it this way. Trying to get most of that pithy white part off. So, see? Now, I haven't tasted this grapefruit yet, so I don't know how sweet it is. Because sometimes they can be so bitter that they will draw your panties in a wad. But there's always a remedy for that. Because when we were kids, what we did, we always sprinkled sugar all over the top of it. And we'd take a spoon and scoop it out. Some of that off of there. And I'm only going to do half of it today. Our casserole is in there cooking. I decided at the last minute I was going to add some extra cheese to the top, so I went ahead and I pulled it back out and put some more cheese on top. So okay, get this off here. Kind of cut it a little bit. All right. Okay. Let's taste it. Let's taste it here. That's not too bad. All right. So I'm going to rinse my hands real quick. First of all, and I'm going to wrap this one up for another day. And I've got a little bit of grapefruit. So and our casserole is still cooking. So we'll check back when it gets done. Okay, everybody, I think my casserole is ready to come out. So I'm going to take it out, but I'm going to let it rest a little bit so that I can cut it. So hold on one second. Let me just get it out of here. I'll bring it over and show it to you here just a second. It is bubbling around the edges. There it is. And it's not, if you want to know how long to cook it, I would say at least 30 minutes. I started it at 350. I did bump it up to 400 for just a few minutes, and then I bumped it back down. But you don't want it to jiggle like Jell-O. So see, mine's not moving in the middle, so I'm going to let it sit here and rest a little bit. And then we'll plate up my my breakfast for today. So we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to try to cut this. And have just and I'm not going to have any bread with it. I've got my grapefruit there, so I'll save bread for another breakfast. Okay. Now, I can't find my little pie picker-upper thing, so I'm trying to make do here with what I've got and see if it'll come out. All that cheese is melted. Oh, look at that gooey cheese. Okay. That looks so good. Let me get my tray over here. So today we're going to do the pineapple tray. I've got my grapefruit here. I've got my fork here. We'll put my little slice of cheese and mushroom and zucchini and sausage breakfast casserole. And then I had a little bit of the Simply cranberry cocktail left over the other day, and I thought I would drink it out of my fancy glass. Oh, I hear my washing machine. I've got a very small load in there. And then I found these. I should have used this the other day when I used the what do you call this thing? Is it flamingo or pelican? Whatever it is. Anyway, so I thought I would just stick that in my little drink. And let me taste this casserole real quick. And I did, like I said, go back and put some cheese on top. That is good. It's got zucchini, mushroom, and that sausage does have a little kick to it. So good. Sorry, y'all. Isn't that fancy? So, and we've got our grapefruit here. Can y'all even see that? Good grief. Let me see. Can y'all even see that? No. I'm sorry. Okay. This is the tray with a slice of breakfast casserole, grapefruit, and a little cranberry cocktail with a little tropical bird in there. All right, I'm going to go enjoy my breakfast. Thank y'all so much for watching. And I think I've got, at least one more breakfast at Annie's. And I hope you'll stop by and watch some of those other breakfasts that we made. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.